What's up everybody and welcome back to the weekly gaming news show where I talk about the latest news in the gaming industry. Today's show is for September 4th until September 10th. Let's get into it. So the newest South Park RPG, South Park Fractured But Whole, the higher the difficulty of the game, the darker your character's skin will be. In a recent video with Eurogamer, they showed off the character creation portion of the game. And while creating your character, you are asked what difficulty you want to play on. And the harder the difficulty that you choose, the darker the color of your character's skin will become. Now, if you know the creators of South Park, they've never been ones to back away from controversy. So this isn't something that is very surprising, but it would also be very interesting to see if there's any backlash to this because of the political climate that we are currently in. South Park Fractured But Whole is coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC on October 17th. So another day and another remake is making its way to the current generation of gaming devices. The action-adventure crime-solving detective game LA Noire is getting a makeover and will be released on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, and the HTC Vive for VR. LA Noire is one of those divisive games in my opinion where I found that you either loved it or you hated it, and there was no real middle ground of how you felt about the game. There will be different versions of this remake depending on where you decide to play it. If you were to pick up the game on the PS4 or the Xbox One, you will receive the full game plus the downloadable content. It will run with the enhanced visuals, and it will also support 4K on the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. If you want to experience LA Noire in virtual reality, you will receive only 7 of the original cases that were specifically rebuilt for VR. Now, if you want to pick up the game on the Nintendo Switch, you will get the complete game plus all the downloadable content, and there will be enhanced controls to take advantage of the Switch's functionality. These enhanced controls will include things like HD Rumble, touchscreen controls when you are doing the detective sections of the game, and gesture and gyroscopic functionality. Now, the caveat to picking up the game on the Nintendo Switch is that if you are to pick up the physical copy of the Nintendo Switch game, you will be charged $10 extra when it's compared to the PS4 and the Xbox One version. The physical version of the Nintendo Switch game will cost $50 compared to $40, but all of the digital copies amongst the 3 consoles will be $40. So this next story might break a few hearts, but according to Nintendo, Mario is no longer a plumber. Rather, he now just focuses on a multitude of things that are cool. Mario's Japanese language profile quotes that he is all around sporty, whether it's tennis or baseball, soccer or car racing. He does everything cool. As a matter of fact, he also seems to have worked as a plumber a long time ago. So if you were inspired to become a plumber because of Mario, you may need to find another idol to look up to. So Destiny 2 released this week on September 6th for the PS4 and the Xbox One, and there's already millions of players online according to Bungie. Destiny 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the original Destiny. It is a first-person online multiplayer shooter. It has RPG elements as well. The original Destiny was met with mediocre reviews, but it was very popular, which makes it no surprise that Destiny 2 is as popular as fast as it is. Currently, Destiny 2 is sitting at 88 on Metacritic, but there are still many big websites that have yet to review it. Early impressions, however, are that this is a big improvement over the original game. Bungie will continue to provide additional content to the game, so if you marathon it and finish the story, you'll always have things to do. Destiny 2 looks to be one of the biggest hits of 2017. So if you were hoping for VR on the Nintendo Switch, well, I have bad news for you. Nintendo of America President and COO Reggie Fils-Aime was quoted at the most recent Varieties, Entertainment and Technology Summit talking about the potential of VR on the Nintendo Switch. Reggie believes that there aren't a lot of truly fun experiences on VR, so there are no plans to experiment with the technology on the Switch, but they may consider it in the future. Now, I sort of agree with Reggie. I have PSVR, and there really isn't a killer app yet, but I also think that VR is such an infant technology that we haven't even began to tap its potential. I say this because although there isn't a killer app yet, playing games in VR is like nothing I've ever experienced before as a gamer. VR isn't a gimmick, I can tell you that. It is truly immersive, and you really can only understand just how real this technology is when you try it. Therefore, I don't think it will die. I think it's too good to die, but I do think that it will stay secondary as a way to game until there are a few killer apps released and that the price of the technology drops. So that's your news for September 4th to September 10th. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe for more content.